The Cold War and its global impact. 1. Historical context. The Cold War, 1947 to 1991, was a period of intense political, military, and ideological tension between the United States and the Soviet Union, along with their respective allies. While direct military conflict between the two superpowers was avoided, the rivalry shaped global events through proxy wars, an arms race, and ideological competition, capitalism versus communism. Causes ideological divide. The US championed democracy and free market capitalism, while the Soviet Union promoted communism and a centrally planned economy. Post-World War II power vacuum. After World War II, the US and USSR emerged as superpowers with conflicting visions for the global order. Mistrust. The Soviet Union's control over Eastern Europe and the establishment of the Iron Curtain-fueled tensions with the West. 2. Key features of the Cold War. Arms race. Both sides amassed nuclear arsenals, leading to the doctrine of mutually assured destruction, MAD. Key milestones. The US tested the first atomic bomb, 1945, the USSR followed, 1949, and both developed intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. Example: the Cuban Missile Crisis, 1962, brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. Proxy wars. The superpowers avoided direct conflict but supported opposing sides in regional wars. Korean War, 1950 to 1953, the US backed South Korea, while the USSR and China supported North Korea. Vietnam War, 1955 to 1975, the US fought communist forces backed by the USSR and China. Afghan War, 1979 to 1989, the USSR intervened directly, while the US supported Mujahideen rebels. Space race. The competition for technological and national prestige extended to space exploration. The USSR launched Sputnik, 1957, and sent the first human, Yuri Gagarin, into space, 1961. The US responded by landing humans on the Moon, Apollo 11, 1969. Propaganda and cultural warfare. Both sides used media, art, and education to promote their ideologies. The US showcased individual freedom through Hollywood films, while the USSR emphasized collective unity and communist ideals. 3. Global impact. Bipolar world order. The world split into two blocks: the Western Bloc, NATO, led by the US, and the Eastern Bloc, Warsaw Pact, led by the USSR. The non-aligned movement emerged as some nations sought neutrality but were often drawn into the conflict. Economic impact. The Cold War drove technological advancements, e.g., the Internet, GPS, through massive defense spending. However, the Soviet Union's heavy military expenditure strained its economy, contributing to its collapse in 1991. Regional conflicts and legacy. Proxy wars left lasting consequences, such as the division of Korea, instability in the Middle East, and ethnic conflicts in Africa. The Soviet Union's dissolution in 1991 ended the Cold War, but its legacy persists in modern tensions, e.g., Russia-West relations. Cultural and social impact. Fear of nuclear war shaped popular culture, e.g., films like Dr. Strangelove, spy novels by John le Carré. The Cold War fueled anti-war and human rights movements in the West, driven by opposition to proxy conflicts. 4. Significance and lessons. Significance. The Cold War shaped the modern world order, from international alliances, NATO, UN, to technological progress. Diplomacy and arms control agreements, e.g., SALT treaties, prevented all-out war. Lessons. Superpower rivalry can drive progress but risks regional instability. Dialogue and international cooperation are critical to resolving conflicts. The dangers of ideological polarization and arms races remain relevant to modern tensions, e.g., US-China relations.